Hey, good morning everybody. Jim from Jim's Coleus, or good evening, depending on where you are. If you're in Australia, it's nighttime. I know, it's a silly thing to say, but we gotta have fun sometimes, right? Hope you're all well. Hope you enjoyed my last video. Get some Jim's Coleus seeds out of my eBay store. We're gonna flood the world with Coleus. I want to get as many Coleus seeds out to all of you as possible. So remember, go to Jim's Coleus on eBay, get some seeds. Portion of all my proceeds again go to great charities like the Wounded Warriors, USO, and the Paralyzed Veterans of America. These guys and gals really are the epitome of the word hero, which is worn out today. It's just watered down. Great sacrifices these men and women do every single day to keep us all safe, whether you're in the United States or abroad. So a great charity. Your purchase helps me donate. I got a charity running on Instagram for the Paralyzed Veterans of America. Hoping by Monday or Tuesday we'll shoot them out $125, which goes a long way. It goes a long way. Okay, so how are your rootings doing? If you're following along and you're keeping rootings for whatever reason, you can keep them for decoration. You can keep them. You can root your Coleus to plant later on, like I do. Here's an Inky Fingers. She's doing really well. Lord Voldemort. And here's another Lord Voldemort. All well-established, huge root balls. Look at that root ball. And I just changed the water. Again, the key to keeping your rootings going. And can't guarantee that every single Coleus you try to root is going to make it, but most of them will. Some of the more delicate Coleus may not make it, but it doesn't hurt to try. I find most of the Coleus I root, they last through the winter, right through the fall, into the winter, into the spring, and then I plant them. And again, I have very few Lord Voldemort seeds, so I had a pretty good large size plant. I ended up selling it, but I did cut a number of rootings. So these, I was lucky enough that when I cut them, I repotted them and I got some seeds, and then I cut these off of that plant and I'm keeping rootings. But they're doing really well. You can see a really nice, clean, established root ball. And again, frequent water changes. I know everyone's busy, but I try to rinse this and refill the water every 3 days or so, once a week. I mean, I know we're all busy, so you see now this one I have to. I just took these down from the window. This one's getting a little low. I'm not worried about the roots growing really tall because this is going to go into a deep planter. But the root ball is really well. You want to rinse the root ball and rinse the water, rinse your vase out, and give it fresh water, get any debris that falls in there out. And that's how you keep your rootings going. This one here doesn't look great. Had some stems died down in the bottom, but it's a good root ball. It's not as healthy as the other one. You can see it's a little dirty. It's still alive. It's fine. I don't see this one dying at this point because, again, I cut this in August. So it's doing fine. You can argue that perhaps this isn't doing as well because these are clear or colored translucent. You can actually see through them, so the sunlight's letting through here. So you can argue that perhaps that's the reason, but it's still alive nonetheless. So as I have my morning coffee, I love 8 o'clock bean coffee. I have my little bun machine here. These are great. So I have my morning coffee and take care of my rootings. So if you're growing rootings, remember, key to it is water changes. Water changes. Gently clean off your root ball with the running water. Just gently take it out. Rinse it. You see anything in, don't really want to mess with it too much, but if you see any dead leaves in there, pick them out. Rinse the root ball. You have to go crazy. And just rinse and refill your vase. And again, at least once a week. And that's the best way to keep your rootings healthy. And you can keep them, these I keep in a window that gets sun. They don't get sun all day long, but they do get sun. That's fine. You can have the sun on them. It's obviously not going to hurt them. So, and these will go into a pot outside. And I won't pot these until late May. Here in New Jersey, our last frost date is the first week of May. But I don't rush out and put these outside and plant them in the ground till later in May, because you still get some chilly weather. The weather's been very, very unpredictable over the past few years, so I don't rush. I've learned my lesson. I've made plenty of mistakes. I've had plenty of Coleus die on me because I rush, because I want to, because I'm so thrilled and excited about getting started. I tend to get things outside too soon, and that's it. That's a funny story. Years and years ago, when I first started getting into Coleus, I found a Coleus supplier. I forget what the name of it is, and I bought a bunch of Coleus live plugs. They were really small live plugs. I bought like 20 of them. And I just didn't, I didn't really educate myself well on them and so forth. So I put them out like the second week of May. I put them right outside in the ground. And the next day, they were all dead. So I didn't harden them. I didn't put them inside. I didn't pot them, let them get strong roots. I immediately put them outside in the ground. And that just was too much of a stress, and it died. So, but I'm getting ahead of myself. That's hardening and so forth. So, all right. So keep your rootings going. If you're following along, you're keeping rootings. And again, another couple of weeks, we'll be starting our seeds. Jim's Coleus on eBay. Grab up some seeds. I got plenty of packs left. I've sold a lot of packs this year, so thank you very much to those of you who bought seeds from me. I really appreciate it. And everybody at the USO, Wounded Warriors, and Paralyzed Veterans of America also. Thank you. Have a good day, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.